I'm here with Pastor Obed Matus, who pastors in the Bryan College Station area, the territory where there is Texas A&M University. And you heard about the Glad Reaper program, where we train youth, young adult evangelists over a weekend and send them back to their church. We train them in teams of 4, send them back to their church to do evangelistic meetings. Tell us what your experience was and how that impacted you personally.
So I was trying to encourage our youth from our church to go. We had 5 people that were ready to go, and 2 days before, 2 of them had to back down. So we needed one more person. And my
You're supposed to have a team of 4, and so you went from 5 to 3, and now you got to get one more.
We need one more.
Okay.
So my daughter, who was about to turn 12 at the time, she really wanted to go, but the age was 13. So I called Pastor Blanchard and I said, listen, my daughter really is interested in going. Can she go? And he said, yes, we'll go ahead and make an exception for her. So we had a team of 4. We had two guys, one in early 30s, one in the mid 20s, and then my son and daughter, who are now 14 and 12. So they went in there, they learned how to do things, and they came back. They named themselves Jonas in Spanish, which stands for Jóvenes en Acción Servicial, youth in service, doing action for others. I try to translate there a little bit. So they started working. They did a 40-day prayer time for our church, where all the members were involved in our church. And as they were getting ready for the program, some bad news happened. The 2 older guys dropped out. So we're left with the 14-year-old and the 12-year-old. And they're a little discouraged. But they came to me and they said, we don't want to stop doing this. And because of that, they started training more, and they're going to be doing the evangelistic. They're both going to be preaching in 3 weeks. We're going to be starting. Since then, we've gotten 2 more young people to join us, so that we have 4 people again. But they're the ones that are going to be preaching, because they've been getting ready for this. But the Lord has put things in place for that to happen, and I'm very, very excited with the way Glad Reapers has worked for our church, and I'm looking forward to this evangelistic program that we're going to be having 3 weeks from now.
How long will they be preaching?
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
2 weeks. They're going to be having 15 sermons, 15 times. One of them, the older one's going to preach 8, and the other one's going to preach 7.
And they got all these tools and resources from that weekend of training.
Yes, from the Glad Reapers.
And so this wasn't the perfect plan that you had in place, but God has morphed it so that there will be young people on fire for Jesus, and they're your own. Thank you so much for sharing.
You're welcome.